exciting book, The Gingerbread Bakery. And we do have our children's coordinator, Cassandra McKenna, is going to be in conversation with Laurie today. And then, of course, we do have the lovely Laurie Gilmore. So we are going to give them a big round of applause and get started.
Well, I just want to say welcome, Laurie.
Thank you.
We're so excited to have you today. I know it's been all the talk in the store. We've been telling everybody about this event, so I'm so happy so many of you could make it here tonight. We had to cut them off eventually, so you're one of a select group. So yeah, we're here for the Gingerbread Bakery, which is your newest book. I wanted to start at the beginning and talk a little bit about what inspired you to become a writer that has taken you on this wild journey.
Ooh, yeah. Hi, everyone. So many of you. Well, I never thought I was going to be a writer. This was not really the plan. But I was always a reader, so I've always loved books. And I was doing the stay-at-home mom thing. And for anyone that's done that, your brain gets a little squishy sometimes after talking to toddlers all day. So I needed something for myself, something to keep my brain operating. So that's kind of why I started writing. In the first place, it was more a hobby. It was just kind of like something for me that I was doing. And then I got a little braver and started letting other people read what I was writing, which is a big step because that's very scary to do. And then I self-published a few things, put out a few smaller things, and then pumpkin spice happened. And now here we all are. So it's been wild.
That's wild. What was a specific moment in this whole process of you writing that made you think, yes, this is exactly what I want to do?
Ooh, I don't know if there was a specific moment. There was times when I thought I should probably quit. I thought I should probably stop because I was like, this is silly. What am I?
Were there specific moments for that?
Honestly, when I was self-publishing, it's expensive. So you have to pay an editor, you have to pay for your cover. You're doing all of that on your own, and it's a lot. And I just remember saying to my husband at one point, this is a pricey hobby. Why? I don't know that I should keep doing it. And basically anytime I decided okay, I'll probably stop now, it's I felt it, I was no, so it just felt very don't stop. I don't know, something kept me from stopping. So I guess that's the moment, the not wanting to quit is what told me that I should keep writing.
That's a good sign when you're not quitting, even though you're having that little voice pop up saying,
I felt the rational thing to do would be to quit. But then something irrational told me not to. So
well, thank you for being irrational, because you have a room full of readers here to see you today.
It worked out.
So I want to talk a little bit. You're going from the Pumpkin Spice Cafe to Curse of the Blood of Wolves.
Oh yeah.
It's quite a shift. What's the process like and the transition like for you creativity wise, going from those two very different genres?
Yeah. Well, funny story. This one happened first. So I wrote. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. That's louder. This one actually happened first. So I wrote this one. It's a Little Red Riding Hood retelling with werewolves. Yeah. So I actually got my publishing contract for this book first. It's going to be a trilogy. There's 2 more coming. And then as I was working on this one, my editor was the one actually that she was like, we should do a small town cozy series. I think you'd be good to write that. And I was like, okay. And that's when I wrote the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. So this one came first. But they're both small town. This one just has werewolves in it.
So going from this to cozy,
Yeah.
obviously there's going to be challenges in how you navigate those two very different settings. You know, one's dark and moody, one's, you know, light with a little bit of moodiness every occasion, you know,
Yeah.
on occasion. But
Light
it's very light and, you know, feel good.
Yeah.
How's that gonna work out for you? How has that worked out for you as of now? And how do you see that changing as you write the other books in the series?
Yeah. I mean, it's how I read also, you know. I'll pop back and forth between darker and lighter things. I never go super dark because I'm kind of like a wuss, but like even this one, I was shooting for like a dark hero and he just, my editor calls him like a morally gray golden retriever. Like he's still a good boy. So I never go super dark, but it is how I read anyway. I read across kind of romance subgenres all over the place. So it feels normal, I guess, to write that way too. And I don't write them at the same time. Like I don't pop back and forth like, oh, 2 chapters in Dream Harbor and then a werewolf. It's like one complete book at a time. So.
Can you tell us, if some of you have noticed, this is under a different name. Can you tell us a little bit about the name?
Oh yeah, that's my real name. So my name is Melissa McTurnan, and I started writing under that name because it was my name. And then for switching to small town, we wanted to, you know, give you readers a clue of what you were getting, a little hint of what you were going to find. So we came up with Laurie Gilmore to be my cozy name. Yeah.
Let's talk about Dream Harbor. How did you come up with the name, and what made you know that this was the town you wanted to write about?
Well, the name, I wish I could remember how it happened. I do know I was at my in-laws for dinner, and I was like, guys, I'm writing a town, and it needs to have a name. And I told them it was by the water, New England-y, like, help me out. And everyone was kind of throwing out different ideas. And, I mean, I wish I could remember who said Dream Harbor first, but I can't. So I'll just say that it was me. Because I don't.
That's fair, take the credit.
Yeah, so I probably said it. So that's how that happened. And yeah, I just wanted to create like the quintessential New England fall. I mean, we knew pumpkin spice was going to be first, so I knew we were going real heavy on fall. Yeah, and it's just kind of like a compilation of places that I've lived or visited and liked or seen on TV or in movies, and just took all my favorite bits.
It does feel like a very nostalgic place, like vaguely familiar if any of you have watched a TV show in a similar setting, in a similar town. And that's what I find
Something
so cozy
might
about
spring
it.
to mind.
Something. We won't name names.
Purely coincidental.
Where do you typically draw your inspiration from? Are you like a people watcher, Pinterest board curator, more of a what if daydreamer?
Yeah, ooh, I like all those options. I mean, I get a lot of inspiration from other writers. I do a lot of reading. I just love to see what other romance writers are doing, how they're doing it, and then thinking about like how I would do it, you know, like, ooh, I want a grumpy farmer, like how would I do that, you know? That's where a lot of it comes from, and a lot of it is, yeah, daydreaming, like while I'm washing the dishes, I'll be like playing out the next scene, like a little movie in my head.
I love that.
Yeah.
So the book opens with a dedication that's going to thrill a lot of your fans, and it's for all of the readers that demanded Annie and Mac's story from the beginning. Here we go. Can you give us a little in 1 second. I want a show of hands. Who has been waiting for this since the beginning? Beautiful. Can you give us a little insight into what readers can expect from this story and why you chose now as the time to tell it?
Yeah, sorry. I've been torturing you a little bit, made you wait for these two. Yeah, Annie and Mac have been in the background since book 1. I always knew Annie was going to have a book, obviously, and I knew Mac was her guy. but yeah, I don't know. We've been building the tension for a while. It's just the slowest of burns. And I knew I wanted her book to be Christmas, so that did play into with just like publishing schedules. So we had to she got pushed a little bit. But yeah, it's finally time. Was that the question? Did I answer the question?
Yes, sufficiently answered.
Great.
I will say I am new to your series. This was the very first book that I've read by you.
Yay.
And so I didn't have to wait for the slow burn like all of you. I'm so sorry. I don't know the torture. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, even not knowing who the other characters were. I loved seeing the little dynamics that play out between these lovely group of friends. And just kind of hearing about their past. So I'm really excited for you all to experience their story.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the book, there's a playlist, which I absolutely loved.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how you compile these playlists that you put in the beginning of your books?
Yeah. So I usually don't write with music on because then I'll just be singing, not writing. But just kind of as I'm writing the book, if I'm, I hear a song and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's totally Mac, then that'll go on the playlist. Or just the vibes of the story, of the season, those get put on. And I do get help fleshing the playlist out because I tend to listen to 3 songs over and over. They're like, that's not enough. So it's a team effort. But yeah, I try to make sure they capture just how the book feels.
I am interested, when you put these together for the readers to also have access to, how do you envision them using those in their reading experience before, during, after?
Oh my gosh, it's however you want. If you want to be fully immersed in a full sensory experience. I had someone tell me the other night that she likes to try to figure out which scene goes best with which song. I was like, you are in deep. I didn't give it that
little Easter egg.
Yeah, I was good for you, ma'am, but
You're the new Taylor Swift.
No, I'm not good at I'm not leaving you clues. I don't
look for the clues.
I can't do it. There's no clues.
Okay, good to know.
Yes.
Good to know.
People look into
too
that
closely.
map really. They're like, the map and this. Oh, guys, it's a map. I don't know. There's no secrets.
I did love the map. I thought it was very unique.
Too.
For a romance book, I've not seen very many done, and I just loved how I kind of got a little vision of what it looked like.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think small town is really just fantasy because, small towns aren't so much like Dream Harbor, I don't think, in real life. But yeah, I like the map too.
Yeah.
But it's not a clue. There's no clues.
So, out of all your books so far, which one was your favorite to write and why?
This might just be recency bias, but Gingerbread was fun to write because they have been in the background for so long, and they've been torturing me too. They've been in my brain this whole time. So it was fun to get them out, and it was a fun dynamic to write, and you get to see their past a little bit, so that was really fun. It's kind of a different structure than some of the other books because there's some flashbacks, so you get to see teenage Annie and Mac, so that was really fun to write them when they were young and not mad at each other yet.
So your characters obviously have a lot of chemistry. Which pairing did you find the most effortless to write?
Yeah. Hazel and Noah were way hornier than I thought that started earlier than expected. So that chemistry was working.
On the opposite spectrum, which felt the hardest to write? Which chemistry just wasn't clicking that you might have taken a little bit longer?
Yeah, I don't know if it was a chemistry issue so much as a logistical issue, because in Strawberry Patch there's a child and children get in the way. so that we needed a babysitter, and she's a very deep sleeper, but that was harder, and it was just a trickier relationship to write because there was 3 people involved instead of 2. So That one was hard.
Is there any particular character that you're just really drawn to within your world that you like writing more than the others?
I mean, it's like picking your favorite child. But yeah, no, Noah is my boyfriend, yeah.
How does your husband feel about that?
He's fine with it.
Maybe Noah is your husband. Do you base
No.
any of your characters off of your, your personal life?
I steal things from people. I try not to put like a whole real person into the book, but I do take little tidbits here and there.
Good to know. So, with Dream Harbor has brought just this incredible journey of book tours and meeting lots of people, and you've become this huge name in the romance community. You've talked a little bit about how that feels, but how has that changed your life, and are there ever moments where it just really hits you?
Yeah, I mean, it's surreal. Like, I don't really take it in. Like, I see all of you here in front of me, but like I can't really absorb that into my worldview because it's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. My life's totally different, and it's nuts. I don't know. I really can't. It doesn't make sense when I hear that, like that I'm a big name in romance. Like that's, I don't know. I'm just a mom that writes books. I don't know.
You do, in the acknowledgments, thank your children for their patience and everything because
Yeah.
you do have to leave them.
Yeah.
How has this writing journey changed your life as a mom?
Yeah. Yes, I have to leave them, which was, I mean, I know lots of moms do that every day, right? You leave, you go to work, but I wasn't doing that. I was home with them, so this is like a totally new thing for all of us, and then I'm leaving for like 9 days at a time. So my daughter likes to cry every time and make me feel like, like must you? But they're fine. They're 9 and 11, so they're pretty self-sufficient, and yeah, I mean, my husband has really stepped up in the old dad department, so he's doing it all right now while I'm gone.
Good.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk a little bit about writing intimacy because it's a very central element to romance. Has writing those scenes come naturally to you? Was it something that you had to grow with as a writer?
Yeah, I mean, at first it was awkward and I would embarrass myself even though I was alone. No one was around. And I was like, ooh, you're really gonna write that? Okay. But I do read a lot of romance, and I read things that typically are steamier than what I write. So then I'm just like, it's fine. Like, everyone's doing this. It's like peer pressure myself. It's totally fine, and ears aren't even that steamy. But now it's just a normal day. But yeah, I do feel like I think it's important to the story. They're adults, they're falling in love. And I try to make the scenes, like important still to the story. It's like there's character development happening, the relationship is happening. I love like a mid-steamy scene, like epiphany moment, and they're like, oh no, like it's more than just friendship. Wait a minute, yeah. So I
would
that.
like to know, so you're a romance reader.
Yeah.
And my favorite trope is a friends to lovers.
Yeah.
This is not a friends to lovers book, but I absolutely fell in love with it.
Yeah.
What is one of your favorite tropes to write, but also then to read?
I mean, I do love friends to lovers. I think it's highly underrated as a trope. I love that moment of when they realize, like, oh crap, we're not just friends. So I like that one. I love a grumpy sunshine. Forced proximity. I want them together the whole time. Like, don't send them off to go do something else. Like, I want them right next to each other. And he has to fall first and hard. And yes, he should be obsessed.
I will say that I was pleasantly surprised by Mac and Annie's dynamic. They're very much grumpy sunshine, but with the reverse of the typical genders, she is kind of the grumpy one in this situation, and she's kind of the sunshine.
Yeah, she's pretty
very
mad for a lot of the book. Yeah. Yeah, she's stubborn, she's angry, she's hurt. So yeah, I guess she's the grumpy one.
How much do these characters themselves influence the way the scenes unfold? Do different dynamics between characters change on how you approach writing them in these intimate moments?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really a plotter, so a lot of it is just driven by the characters. Like, I try to know who the characters are before I start writing, and then, you know, have a basic gist of where we're headed. But yeah, a lot of it kind of happens as I'm writing. And yeah, especially for the intimate scenes, I try to make it specific to those characters. Like, how would they be together? How would they act? What would they say? So that it doesn't feel like you could just sub in anybody. I don't like it to feel like choreography. Like, this goes here, this goes here.
That makes sense. Has your relationship with this genre, with romance, changed any as you've continued the series? Just in how you approach it?
Sometimes reading romance now, I'm like, instead of just reading it because I love it, I'm reading it and I'm like, ooh, like, oh, that was really good. Or like, oh, she is good at this job. And then I'm like, oh, she's better than me. You know, like that. You get those moments and I'm like, oh, I used to just read this because it was fun. So there's a little bit of that. I have to shut off like that side of like
The hobby
taking notes. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, I liked that. Yeah. Yeah, the hobby became work.
So you've mentioned if Dream Harbor were a real place, it would probably be located in New England?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever locked it down which state, but I'm just going to say New England.
Is there any place that you've ever visited that's felt the closest to Dream Harbor?
Well, so I lived like right outside of Boston for a while. And there's like some towns up on like North Shore, Massachusetts that I feel like I've been kind of thinking about as I'm writing. So, but yeah, there's not like one specific place.
Good to know. Which character would you grab coffee with, and who would you trust to run a cafe that you owned?
Oh, that I owned?
Yeah.
So I own it, I'm hiring like a manager?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to get this scenario right. Jeannie runs a cafe. She's doing all right. But I might hire Annie because she's like very on top of it. You know, I feel like she'd get the job done.
What's one book that you think every romance reader should read at least once?
Oh boy. Ooh. Gosh, I don't know. There's so many good ones. Well, I'll just say the one that like lured me in to romance was The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. It was like my gateway. I don't know. It was very just like come in, romance. It's fun. You'll love it here. So that was mine. That was my gateway.
That's awesome. Yeah. I have not read that one, but I've heard so many great things about it, so I can definitely agree that's one that I need to read.
I liked it, yeah.
So, I want to ask you another question. What's next for Dream Harbor? Well, I know we get a little bit of an introduction to a new character in this book.
Yeah, so what's next is book 6, which is coming in May. It's the Daisy Chain Flower Shop. And you will meet Daisy in Gingerbread. She owns the flower shop. And she may or may not be cursed. So that's a problem. That's a problem for her. The residents of Dream Harbor, think she's cursed because when she does flowers for a wedding, those people break up. I know. She's in a real pickle, you guys. It's not good for business. So that's kind of where we find her in the beginning of book 6. And, I mean, it comes up in Gingerbread. And Elliot, I think, yes, is also, you'll see him in Gingerbread. He is like a shy, nerdy architect who's working at the inn. And they decide to fake date because that solves all your problems. And it always works out exactly how they think it's going to.
Love this.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved the little insights that we get into Daisy. I thought she just sounds like she's going to be a super interesting character.
Hope so.
And she has kind of a sad past,
Yes.
just in the romance department.
Poor Daisy. Yeah, we're meeting Daisy at a real low point, you guys. Yes, she has some past heartbreaks. She has an ex-husband and an ex-fiance. I know.
And
I
I
know.
love
She's got a
that.
lot going on. She's really.
And I loved her character description that you use is that she has this light, bubbly name, Daisy.
Yeah.
But she wears nothing but black.
She
She's
wears
like
all
the
black.
total opposite of what her namesake, you think.
Yeah.
And I just love it. And she runs a flower shop.
She runs a flower shop. Yeah. Yep. She's a Dream Harbor native. Her family has owned the flower shop for generations, and her mom made her wear a lot of yellow frilly dresses as a child. So she's traumatized and now only wears black.
Annie was gonna get her book.
Yeah.
What was the very first, what were the very first characters that you ever came up with in Dream Harbor?
It was probably Logan, because when we were kind of like brainstorming for Pumpkin Spice, and I was going back and forth with my editor, and she's like, fall, small town, like Gilmore Girls vibes. And I was like, okay, so I emailed back like, grumpy man with beard wearing flannel, and she was like, yeah, and I was like, great. So I guess that was Logan. That was like the beginning of Logan. So yeah, I guess he was first, and then Jeannie naturally followed after that. But yeah.
It's absolutely wonderful. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with the audience today before we enter Q&A?
I don't know. I feel like we covered everything.
Covered everything?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure there will be questions.
Absolutely. Hey Lynn, do we want to pass around a mic for Q&A?
We might just have to yell, because I think
Shout.
passing the mic will take a long time.
Okay.
Shout it
If you'd
out.
like to raise a hand, I'm going to call on some people.
Can you talk about the apple pie when you vote for Belgium for their appropriators? Are we going to get that one?
The $1 million question. She's asking about the apple pie ice cream shop. So that's a novella that I wrote for the Netherlands English Book Week that they do. So it's exclusive to them for now. They get it first. I don't make these decisions, just so you know. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, manifest it into the universe. It will come here somehow or other. I don't know. We're working on it. But yeah, hopefully. Because I want you guys to have it.
Did your name of the town Dream Harbor have anything to do with the mayor and how his character pops in and out of all his books?
Yeah. So the mayor is possibly clairvoyant or whatever. He has dreams. He has premonitions. Which actually happened because you're pulling out memories. My dad's friend that he's had since childhood texted him that he had this dream. He thought he was having some kind of premonition dream, and I was like, oh, that's weird. I'm gonna use that. So I stole that. And then now I can't remember what came first, the dream part of Dream Harbor or this idea that he should have these dreams. But I do remember thinking, that's clever. Look at that. That worked out great. One of those perfect little things that work out. But yeah, we love Mayor Pete and his
I
dreams.
will say my introduction to the mayor, I just thought was absolutely hilarious because it's at a particular scene where somebody is trying to keep him from being included in a specific conversation. It's absolutely hilarious. Next question. Let's go back here.
You said you pull a lot of inspiration from other romance writers. So, who is your favorite romance writer, and are there any books that you're highly anticipating?
Ooh. Yeah, I am waiting for a couple right now. What am I waiting on? Oh, well, okay, so for super steamy, like super, I love Sierra Simone. And she's got Bitter Burn is coming like really soon. It's like book 3 and excited about that. Love her. I love B.K. Borison. I feel like her books. Yeah, love those. I love Cat Sebastian a lot. Talia Hibbert, Kate Claiborne. I was like in deep with Elsie Silver over the summer. There's like a lot of cowboys happening. It's not bad. Liked that a lot. So I just started the wild ones. I was doing all the Chestnut Springs over the summer. That was fun. Oh, and if you like cowboys, Bailey Hannah. Is that? Yes, I sometimes flip it. But yeah, she's got good cowboys too. So,
Good to know.
there you go.
How many more books can we expect in this series?
The other $1 million question. I can promise you 6 at the moment. I will just say I don't feel done with Dream Harbor, but that's all I'm at liberty to say at the moment. So stay tuned.
Have you ever thought about writing a book about Jacob from book club?
Jacob from book club. I don't know. Not specifically,
It does
but
pop up in this book.
I mean, he's always there. He's in every book. So he'll always be around. Whether or not he'll have his own book, I don't know. He is a fun guy, though.
Very back here.
Kind of building on that question, are there going to be a lot of the characters, all the characters have been like young couples? Are we going to see any older romance from like maybe the mayor or some of the other characters?
You know, you are not the first person to ask this, so I'm really feeling like we need a mature love story at some point. So it's been noted, I will say. It comes up a lot. So maybe. Oh, good question. She asked how long it takes to write a book, for those of you in the back. About 3 months for the first draft. For the messy draft. It takes about 3 months. Yeah, and then edits and yeah.
It's no wonder you have 6 more coming
I know.
at least.
We're cranking 'em out.
And a whole nother series.
Yeah. Okay, I love it.
So I love the cozy seasonal feel of Dream Harbor, but since you also write as you, Melissa, have you ever thought about doing a holiday special edition for us, similar to how you did for the Netherlands, right? For apple pie, but a Halloween novella where they kind of merge. So you guys watch free inspiration.
I love this. I love when
I want it, that's why.
I love when the Q&A turns into like a brainstorming session. Love it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. A Halloween novella would be super fun. So we could do like a crossover, like werewolves come to Dream Harbor. Yeah. Oh my gosh, like a co-author.
Oh, yeah.
People will be so confused. Yes, Curse Daisy would obviously. Okay, and the guys, it writes itself, really. Yes. Okay, done. We did it. Good job, everyone.
So similar to an earlier question, I started the series halfway through with Christmas Tree Farm, so that was kind of my gateway book. And I'm curious if within the series, oh shoot, there's the wrong question. No! I'm distracted by calling out my tattoos.
Shoot, come back to me.
Okay.
Okay, I believe there was a person with a hand up behind you. Yes. Hi.
Do you ever like annotate your books? You know, like take little notes?
I don't, but I really get excited when other people do. Like I love seeing all the tabs and like what people are highlighting. Yeah, I love that. I love it. I love it. I'm just not that diligent with my own reading, so I don't.
Did you remember your
remember.
question?
Yes, so mine's more on kind of like the publishing side of things, because since I started with Christmas Tree Farm, I didn't realize it was part of the series until after I finished it. It's because they all read as standalones. So was that an original plan for them all to read as standalones, or was it more like a marketing thing to like, anyone can get into this series at any season?
Yeah. Honestly, I wanted them to be like that because as a reader, like if I find out it's like a 7-book series and we're on book 7 and I have to start at the beginning, I'm like, oh no, like that's such a big like commitment to have to start at the beginning. So I really wanted readers to be able to pop in anywhere.
Thank you, I really appreciate that as a reader. Question right here.
Since the books are seasonal, what's your favorite season?
Oh, good question. I mean, I do love fall. I like early fall, like before it starts to get cold, and I feel like it will be cold forever. Cause does it get like really cold here? Yeah. Okay, so you get it, yeah. So upstate New York, it's like November, it's frost, and now I'm like, we're doomed. It's gonna be cold for the rest of my life. So yeah, I like early fall.
Okay, so I noticed that in Pumpkin Spice, you had the aunt from Judy, Dot, and then you also have the old man that was in love with her. Are you going to have a book with between those two of the romance?
Aunt Dot and Norman. The romance everyone wants. I don't know. No specific plans at the moment. But
All these
now
ideas
that I
they're
need like an
planting.
older couple romance, like maybe they'll be the ones. I don't know.
TV shows have like writer's block.
Yeah.
Would you have to like go somewhere else to get motivated to do that, or what do you do when how long does that?
That's a good question. So he's just asking about what do I do when I hit writer's block? Yeah. I write anyway. So if I'm really stuck and I don't, like, yeah, if I'm just really feeling like I don't know what happens next, I just write something stupid or something I don't think is going to make it into the book, or yeah, I just write anyway, because I feel like if I let myself feel like I don't know where this is going, I don't know what to do next, and I just let myself off the hook for the day, that would make it worse for me. So yeah, I'll just write whatever silly thing I think. I'll just put the characters somewhere, make them do something, and make them say something, and sometimes it doesn't make it into the final draft, but a lot of times it works. So like I'll think as I'm writing, like, I hate this is the garbage, this is going in the trash, and then I'll circle back to it the next day or a few days later, and I'll be like, oh, actually, no, it's not so bad. That's okay, and I'll keep it. So that's what I do. So far it's been working. I don't want to like jinx myself, but
And when you go back to both names, do you like say you're writing on this one? Have you had stuff?
Or maybe it got edited out of one book and you wanted to keep it but twisted it into another.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think that's happened yet. So the way like the publication schedule's been working and writing, because Dream Harbor took off and I've really been focusing on that series a lot. Like this one now I feel like I wrote so long ago. And the second book is written, but it's in like edits and all that right now. So this series feels a bit further away to me, and I'm feeling very immersed in Dream Harbor at the moment. So that hasn't really happened. Yeah.
How do you decide what couples to add in your books and which ones to omit?
What do you mean?
Like, just from the different books, like which ones to incorporate into your new book that you're writing?
You mean like how do I decide who to bring back?
Yeah.
Like who we get to see again? Oh, good question. I mean, some of it depends on just like what the current characters are up to. So like, I mean, like Jeannie, Hazel, and Annie were kind of that core group in the beginning, and then I started adding characters to them. For Daisy, so I'm writing Daisy Chain right now, and she's really good friends with Iris from Strawberry Patch because Iris also worked at the flower shop at some point because Iris had every job. So you'll see quite a bit of Iris in Daisy Chain. So yeah, it's kind of just, that's part of it, of like where they are and what they're doing. I mean, pretty much everyone pops up at least. You know, the old couples kind of always pop up in the newer ones just because I think that's fun. But yeah, did I answer your question? Okay.
Those reoccurring characters that finally get their moment.
Yeah, they come back around.
So your books are very emotional comfort books, as I like to call them, and ones
you.
like go back and reread. What do you find yourself rereading or when you need emotional comfort?
Oh, that's a good question. So I will have to confess that I'm not really a rereader. I know. I just feel like there's so many books, and like if I reread books, then how will I get to all of the other ones?
That TBR is always growing.
Yeah. So there's not much that I reread. I'm trying to think. Like comfort shows, like I'll rewatch Friends until I'm dead probably. Schitt's Creek, I love that one. The Office, just any of those like funny sitcoms, anything that's just like light and like I know, yeah, that I know how they're gonna end.
So you talked about how it's been a while for that one.
Mhm.
I don't know, so you said you're not a good plotter either, but
Mhm.
how do you put that habit on? How do you, like you also said you don't really reread, do you reread your books to kind of get that back in that space?
You're stressing me out.
What if you forget the crucial fact? The sword wasn't in the left hand last time they were in that scene.
Things I live in fear of. I do reread my own books. Yeah, so when I have to go back to writing this, I will have to reread and just make sure I'm in the headspace, make sure I'm not forgetting any integral plot points. But yeah, I'm going to have to just get back into the mode of werewolves and refresh myself. But yeah, I usually, like even when I have to do edits, if like it's been with my editor for a while, like I'll need to reread the whole thing and just make sure I'm back in the headspace, even with Dream Harbor. So yeah, rereading will be happening to get back into werewolf mode.
What's been the most surprising or strangest place you found one of your books?
Ooh, the most surprising or strangest place I found one of my books. Well, the very first time I saw the paperback on a bookstore shelf, I was actually in Quebec City, and it was in like a French language bookstore, and it was under the like English authors, like it was in a little special, like it was in the foreign language section. It was in the, and I was like, it's my book.
That's a surreal moment.
Yeah, I was like, I'm foreign language. So that was kind of weird and surprising. Yeah, I think that's the winner probably.
I love how, I'm sorry. I love how different your covers are, but they're so cohesive when
Mhm.
they're on the shelf. Can you tell us who designed your covers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so my covers are designed by Kelly McMorris, and I just got so lucky. I got so lucky with those covers. People always want to know, like, do I get input into the covers? And I'm like, maybe, but I've never asked because they show them to me and I'm always like, perfect, no notes. Like, I always love them, so I don't try to give input because she does such a great job. Yeah, she's awesome.
I will say that they look neat as a pin, like spine out with
I
all
know.
of the houses. Like, how
Make the
cool
little
is
town.
that? And the cover is very unassuming. Like, you do not know the level of spice looking at this. It is spicy.
You can read it anywhere.
Yes.
Nobody knows.
Okay, on that note.
Yes.
They look how they look. I have my 10-year-old here.
Hello.
She knows how much I love the books, and she wanted to meet you. Do you have a daughter, or one of your children a daughter?
I do, yeah, I have a daughter, yeah.
At what age will you let your daughter read the book?
Oh, man. Okay.
32.
When she can pay her own therapy bill. Yeah, I mean, I would let her read other people's romance, you know, before I'd let her read mine. I don't think she would want to. At this point, all I had to say was like, there's kissing in here, and both my kids are like, oh, like, no, we don't want it. So I'm safe for now. I don't know. I really don't know. We'll see. You know, at the Q&A last night, that also turned into a brainstorming session. We did decide we need like a summer. So my editor will be hearing about that. So we'll put a pin in that.
Okay, we have time for one more question. I'm going to call on somebody who didn't get to ask. Right back here.
Have you been approached or discussed any TV or movie opportunities?
That's a great final question.
Do any of you know anyone in business? Not yet, but like, wouldn't that be cool? I mean, I'd be down. I feel
Talk
like
about it on social media, guys.
Yeah,
Make it
just
happen.
Tag Netflix, whatever you need to do. Not yet, but I think it'd be cool.
That would be
I feel like
very
it lends
cool.
itself nicely.
Right? I mean, it's got that nostalgic feel. We already know what it looks like visually. Like, we've all seen it before other places, but it's all new characters.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for being here. Lynn has some exit things to talk to you about, but let's give a round of applause for Laurie for being